G'day and welcome to Elevation Drafting. My name is Glenn. I'll be taking you through a couple of commands in AutoCAD today. Today's lesson will be about the dine mode command, dynamic mode, essentially the input device that you can use in AutoCAD. So I'll move over here to a blank screen. Now, there's a few different ways to view the mode that you're choosing. I'll explain this as we go along. So first things first, in this version of AutoCAD 2015 that I'm using here, LT 2015, there's a button for it down here, dine mode, just down here on the lower left side, and my mouse is right now, dine mode. Now what dynamic mode is the input that you can choose to use when you're putting commands in. So if I type in M right now, you can see it pops up beside the cursor here. So I can just move across here and click move. I can also just go M and enter, and it will pop up with the commands on the side here. Dine mode also in this version here gives you the option that essentially the command will follow your cursor around. So I can just drop down things and edit the rotate command from here, pretty much. There it is there. The other option is you can type in dyn mode, dine mode, and you can just type in a number manually. This is more of the old school way of doing it, pretty much. I do a lot of things old school because I know all the keyboard commands, so yeah, I tend to use it a lot. So what you're going to do is with dine mode, it's currently set to 3, which is the mouse input that you see that I just showed you here. You can change it to 0. So we'll type 0 there, hit enter, and what you'll see there is when I hit M, it's not popping up on the cursor, it's actually popping up down the bottom left here. There's your list of commands down there on the left. So that's the difference with dine mode. If you don't like having the commands popping up beside your cursor, you can actually just have them popping up down there instead, and you can move down and click on them. Do it that way, or you can actually just go RO and enter, and it will do it there for you as well. So that's the two options there. You can see down here, dine mode switched off here. I believe there's a button in the more recent versions of AutoCAD as well to do the same thing essentially. But if I switch it back on now, it should change it in here as well. Dine mode. It has. So back to 3 there again. You can have a range of different options, -3 up to 3, but I only really use 3 and 0, so I'd recommend only really those two. And 3 I find is the handiest because you can actually manipulate the menu options just with the keyboard. And the menu is right in front of your face. You're generally looking at the cursor when you're working, so it's handy to have the actual commands right here in front of you rather than having to look down the bottom of the screen. So yeah, I'd recommend going that way with it. But again, dine mode set to 0, and you'll have your rotation command coming up down the bottom left corner there instead. And it actually becomes menu based then, so you're actually typing in things down here instead. So if I go RO and enter, you can actually, it's asking me to specify base point here, and you can see it's actually giving you the commands down here as an option of, you can click copy here. So you can actually click the commands down here in the command line instead of doing it with the mouse with dine mode set to 3. But again, I find that it's pretty handy to have dine mode set to 3 because you can then have the commands beside your cursor, which is really where you're looking at things most of the time. So I just find that handier. There you go. That's a lesson on dine mode. Please like and subscribe, and I'll have much more content for you this week, looking at putting out a video about annotative text, probably. I might also do one on @defs, attribute definitions, which is a bit more advanced. But yeah, I'm trying to mix in some advanced videos with some basic ones right now. Give you guys a bit more advanced content. But stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye.